Welcome to Spotlight New England. I'm one of your hosts, Audrey McClelland.
And I'm Ashley Erling, and I've been worried about you.
Why is that?
Because it's been so cold.
Yes.
And it's so winter.
Yes.
And this is like, you're a summer girl.
I'm a summer girl, and I also have not self-tanned from the neck down. I know. This is why I haven't worn skirts or dresses in the last week and a half.
You would wear tights.
I guess I could, but you know, I love a good glistening glow.
I would like to have a tan, but there's no point. You
Not
know what
right
I mean?
now.
There's really no point.
No.
Yeah, I mean,
just
you're
my face. Just
mostly
my face.
covered up, and then you got to match your makeup. You know, it's like
a lot. It's a whole thing, but yeah,
it's too much.
I do get worried about myself this time of year.
It's that time of year where you're like, okay, the holidays did pass. They're
over.
And then the new year, you're kind of excited and all of that.
Yep.
And like even the snow we had Sunday, whatever day that was.
Sunday.
Beautiful.
Gorgeous.
Loved it. Now you're kind of starting to get to that point where you're like,
where's spring?
But it's really cold.
Yeah, where's spring?
It's
coming.
really cold, and like I'm gonna put on a hooded sweatshirt the first 30 seconds I walk in the door.
Yes.
When I get home from work.
Oh yeah, I'm the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I understand why people now move to Florida and why they're snowbirds.
I feel like you're going to be that person.
I definitely will be that person.
I think you're going to be that, if you can convince Matt. But the reason I brought that up is because there actually are ways to enjoy the winter.
Yes.
Which I think when you're in New England, you really just have to commit. Like,
yeah, you do. You really do.
Listen, we all want spring already. It's not coming for like 2 months.
We got some time. We have to wait.
It's not happening. So you have to do things to get yourself through.
Yes.
So we had Cassandra on from Discover Newport, which
we love.
Of course, like Cassandra's wonderful, Newport's wonderful. And she had some suggestions. We had her on the road show earlier. Some suggestions about things you can do this time of year. So check it out.
Our region, actually 4 locations, 4 different saunas, one in Warren, one in Little Compton, and then 2 in Middletown. They each have their own personality, but they are traditional Finnish kind of style saunas, wood burning on the beach. You cold plunge in the ocean. If you are a brave soul, I totally recommend it. And then you heat back up in the sauna. It is so unique, and it is such a great wellness experience in terms of getting out in nature and then just health and wellness in general.
And I think that's all part of the experience after being in the sauna, just running into the ocean and then going back into the sauna as well.
Exactly. Yeah, you will feel like you're like a new person when you come out of it.
Okay, one more thing we need to talk about, because this would really be a lot of fun. Save the Bay Seal Tours as well.
Yeah. So if you're not ready to go into the water with the sauna, you can be on the water still this time of year with Save the Bay. They have amazing experience, and this is for children and adults alike. But you get out in the water. You get to watch the seals, kind of learn about their habitat, see them in nature. There are typically dozens of seals out there at any time, and at the same time also support an amazing organization, Save the Bay.
So I didn't realize how many seals are in our waters here, like right now.
No, I had no idea. No idea.
And our friend Rosanna posted a photo the other day on her Instagram.
Oh,
there was like a seal outside her house.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, and when Josh and I first moved into our house that we're, still working on.
Yes.
Before we even moved in, or right around the time when we first moved in,
right,
we would see seal, like multiple for like a week, but it was just like 1 week.
So this is like what? This is the time.
But I didn't think it was yet, and I don't think we saw any last year. So now I'm keeping my eye out because she mentioned that. So I didn't really realize it was now. I thought it was like a little bit closer to springtime.
Okay,
but. Something
kids
to
would
be,
love that,
something to be aware. I was thinking like such a great family activity.
That's a great thing to do with kids.
Who wouldn't love that? And then the sauna.
We loved the sauna. We didn't do the cold plunging.
Well, because we're babies.
I mean, literally. But I know that does help in
like
the
we
benefits.
could have. It was right. The ocean was right there.
But it was beautiful.
If we went back, I would do the ocean.
I would try the ocean.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would try the ocean.
You have to like commit, I think, though.
Because you definitely do get hot enough in there where I do feel like it would be refreshing to hit the water.
Yeah.
I mean, remember, I kept going in and out.
We did.
Because I was so hot. You were better than I were, just kind of taking it all in.
Yeah, I do like, I'm like, when I want to be warm, I want to be so warm that I can barely breathe.
I couldn't believe that you were able to sustain it that much. I did have to keep getting out.
I think it would be better to do the back and forth.
Yeah.
But I didn't realize, so the one we went to, Altair Sauna, which was and still is on the Little Compton Beach, and we went to it last year before everybody knew about it.
Yeah, we were fresh.
Now everyone's doing it. We were like some of the first ones there.
Yeah, we were.
We're very cool. But now they have like 3 maybe even 4 saunas, and I think Altair has 2, but there are other ones
There are other
too.
ones now popping up.
Yeah, which I think is like a very cool thing.
It is a really cool thing to do with like a best friend. You could do it by yourself, do it with your, your significant other. It's a really cool thing to just experience. Why not?
I love the being here that we can still go to the beach in the winter. Like
That's
love
true.
even just seeing the water in the wintertime.
Right. And you
to
can see the
me
water
is
from your house.
Yes,
So it's
I'm
nice
very,
and calming.
very lucky about that. But I just think that the fact that we have that here and we can see it anytime we want.
Yeah, no, we're very lucky. We are very lucky.
Go in the winter.
New England. It's New England. We're very lucky here.
All right, we have more things to kind of help you elevate your winter and maybe think spring too while we're at it with today's guest. So stick around. We'll be back right after the break. Welcome back to Spotlight New England. Well, whether you're ready to think spring or not, which I'm guessing you are because we all are, you can kind of bring that feeling into your home anytime you want with today's guest. We have Jessica Billings. She is Farmgirl. Well, you are the accidental Farmgirl, and now you have your own storefront here locally called Farmgirl's Front Porch, which is just a gorgeous store in Wickford Village. And we're so happy to have you here today.
Thanks. I'm so happy to be here.
I was so excited when you opened your store. I don't even remember how somebody posted something probably on social, and I was like, I need to immediately get there. I think when did you open?
May, Mother's Day
Yeah,
weekend
so
last
I
year.
think
Yeah.
I was like,
Right, oh gosh.
right
Yeah.
You were there
within
quick.
the first
Yeah,
couple
you
of
were.
weeks.
Yes, yeah.
I think
Thank you
of
so
when you
much.
opened, and I just think the store is gorgeous.
Thank you.
How is it going?
Amazing.
Yeah.
Wickford has been so supportive, and it's such a great village to be in. That's kind of where I wanted to be. So
Yeah.
it took a little while to get a spot there, but I'm so happy to be there.
We love Wickford.
We love
We're
that spot
obsessed with
over there. Oh my
Wickford.
God. I
know.
We try to get there as much as we can.
Yeah.
So such a great fit to have you now in town there as well. I want to take it back though to before the store.
Yeah.
Because you rose to fame under the accidental farm girl.
Yes.
So tell us more about that. How you became the accidental farm girl.
Well, it took a long time to get the followers that I have. So it's been almost 10 years now.
Has it been that long?
It really has. Yeah, I know. It's kind of crazy, but it did take a long time. I felt like I was talking to nobody for a few years because I had no followers, but that's okay. You just keep going. And I started out online. I started out on Etsy. And it just kind of snowballed from there.
I love that you said that though. You just keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we have a lot of, entrepreneurs that come through here, and that's kind of like what everybody does seem to say. Like
Yeah.
at first, you have to have like the guts to do it, but you
Yeah.
have to have the hustle to keep going.
Yeah.
But also like that determination and dedication. If you don't have that, and that seems to be the secret to the sauce for so many people.
Yeah, you really can't give up because, for a while, the algorithm wasn't very kind to small shops like myself. And then it kind of turned around. They heard everybody's cries. And you just keep going. And eventually, you just never know what's going to go viral.
It's true. You never
What
do.
did motivate you though to keep going when you were, like starting out, and not really starting out because you had already been an entrepreneur, but like in that arena,
Right.
let's say on social media, and you're, trying to, I saw a funny meme today, I think something like hyping myself up to do a video to get 5 likes and 1 unfollow or something like that. And it can be a struggle when you're starting up. So what kind of fueled you to keep going instead of being like, well, this isn't going to be it?
I saw people around me who were posting, and like you said, 5 likes, posting to the 10 followers that I have. And then out of nowhere, you just never know what's going to catch on. And then, other small shops and small businesses like myself, all of a sudden you'd wake up to 1 million views on something. And it's like, see, and they had been posting for years. They didn't give up. You can't give up too early. So I just kept that in the back of my mind the whole time.
And tell our viewers a little bit though more about what exactly what you had on Etsy when you started out. Because we were talking before we even came on. Obviously you're an entrepreneur. You're very creative.
Thank you.
But really like the brand that you've created, like where did it start?
So it was my aunt and I, and we started making burlap wreaths on my dining room table after I had my last son. And we were just kind of selling to friends and family, local people, and then people, snowbirds were going to Florida and then calling us and saying, well, can you ship to us? We want, we're here for the spring. Can you ship to us? So I'm like, well, let's start on Etsy. And we started on Etsy. And my aunt is a snowbird too, excuse me. So when she went to Florida, I'm like, well, I want to still do this. I'm a stay-at-home mom. I want to keep going.
Right.
So I just kind of expanded into artificial flowers, and it just kind of blew up from there.
Yeah, and we're seeing some video of your gorgeous shop.
Thank you.
So now you've taken it from an online platform to a brick and mortar, which I love. I am I want to shop in person type of a person. That is
So glad to hear that.
how I operate. That is how I operate. I will try to shop online. For me, it doesn't, two things. One, it doesn't give me the same thrill personally.
Right,
It's not as exciting. I like to do it as an activity. I love shopping. It's fun to me. But two, I like to feel things and see things in person to really truly understand the quality. So I am hyped about your store, not to mention it is just gorgeous. So how has that transition been? Because some people may have gone the opposite direction or will never have a brick and mortar store because they're like, well, you know, the online thing is working and I can make this happen. So what was that journey like?
Well,
Or what has it still been like?
Well, I really wanted to tap into the local market because even though I had a following on Accidental Farmgirl, that was national. Nobody in Rhode Island even knew I existed.
That's crazy.
And which was fine, but I wanted to do the local thing.
Yeah.
And like you said, there's just something about touching it, seeing it in person. I know I like to do that myself.
Yeah.
So I knew that there was a market out there for people who wanted to see it. A wreath, for instance. You want to see what the colors are. If
Right.
you have a specific front door color, you're looking for something specific to match that, something that's going to stand out. Sometimes if you're looking at it on your phone screen, the colors don't
You
come
can't
through.
tell.
Even like the sizes, like you guys said.
Especially
Yeah.
like what you're doing, I think. Well, I a lot of things I can think of, clothing as well. But, you know, the scale of something, the true, you know, if something feels cheap or luxurious, what you do are luxe florals.
Yes.
Tell us more about specifically what you do and why it's kind of, why do you think it's become so popular?
Well, first of all, artificial flowers have come a long way. I do not skimp on flowers.
Yeah.
I do not use cheap flowers. I'm not scared of the expensive stuff. Somebody out there will appreciate the high-end stuff like I do. So I know that going into it. And flowers have come a long way, artificial, and now they're comparable in price to the real thing. So if it's going to look as beautiful, it's going to look as real, and it's going to last forever, it's kind of a no-brainer.
Yeah.
It's a good way of putting it. It is like at that point a no-brainer.
Yeah.
What is it though for you to feel like to be, you know, kind of like it must be gratifying to see that your business has grown this much, but also too to see so many people now locally. Like you were just saying, you know, I kind of want to hit that local market. What does it feel like you've hit it and it's become more and more successful?
Yeah. Yeah, it's been incredible. I really did not know what to expect. And online is very, very different from in person. Online, everybody is a season ahead. They wanted it yesterday.
yeah.
In person, people are a little
Interesting,
more
yeah.
in the moment.
Yeah.
You know, they come maybe a week before Christmas for their Christmas wreath,
Yeah.
whereas online, they're shopping in August for their Christmas.
So you're
Interesting.
doing both businesses at the same time?
Yes. Yes.
How are you doing that?
I don't know.
She's like, I have summer out in one place and I have spring out right
But honestly, Jessica, like, because I mean, obviously,
Yeah, I
one
never
within
thought of
itself
that.
would be gigantic.
I mean, they definitely feed off of each other.
Yes.
It's the same idea for both.
Yeah.
I am selling, you know, almost the same thing online as I am in person.
Right. But still.
Yeah, the store has a little more things that I wouldn't ship, you know, like home decor
Right.
items.
Okay.
So the store definitely has more to offer, but in general, it's the same product. So that helps. I don't always feel like I'm running two different businesses.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's amazing, though.
Yeah.
Truly amazing. Hats off to you.
Thank you.
One of the things I love about the store is the way that you style things in there as well.
Thank you.
For inspiration. So you have the doors along one wall, and then you have different wreaths on them. Tell us more about kind of your process, how you come up with what you're currently working on, what inspires you.
Yeah, so the doors, I know that's the first thing everybody looks at when they
It looks
come
great.
in. When I was at my home studio, space was an issue. So I had this one door that I kept painting every season.
Is that what you do?
Because for social media, I needed a different backdrop.
my
It would get
gosh.
stale. So then when we opened the store, I said, well, the first thing I'm doing is one wall of all different doors,
What a
all
great
different
idea.
colors. So I don't have to keep painting
Yeah.
one door all the
Smart.
time. Yeah. And so that part has really been like the focal point of the shop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
what
like,
inspires
I was gonna say
you?
that.
Like when you're also kind of making different wreaths and different things for people, what like do you just go with like, I don't know, today I want to make something with pink flower. Like what
Kind
kind
of.
of, yeah. I like that.
I mean, I am inspired by color patterns. I start with the color scheme first,
Okay.
and then I choose the flowers that go with that color scheme after that. So color is big for me. I want something to pop. So if, it's the color of the season, whether it's fall or Christmas or spring, whatever that kind of trending color is, I will start there and then find some complementary flowers to make that one color pop.
So like right now, if we're thinking spring, just like a little bit ahead,
Yeah.
what kind of inspiration right now goes? Like, do you look at like the colors of the year? I mean, does stuff like
Yes.
that inspire you?
I do, yes. And right now, blue and white is huge.
Okay. Yep.
Sort of that like chinoiserie feel. That's really has been really big in the South.
Yeah.
It's making its way here, and it's becoming more and more popular. We're seeing a lot of blue and white right now. So trying to sort of play off of that.
I got my front door wreath from Jessica, and it's I love it because it's the square one or the rectangle one. So I like that it's kind of seasonless almost.
Yeah.
So you can change it if you want to, but it has the beautiful blue bow on it.
Yeah.
But I also got, of course, my doormat from her as well, which has like
and
the
white,
ginger jars on it.
Yes.
So and because I have this nice actual front
Yeah, you have
porch
a beautiful front porch.
that has a lot of blue and white to it because it matches the exterior of the home. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go in on blue and white
have to.
here.
Yeah, go with the
and
theme.
just like go for it. And I just love how it looks. Right now, I put the wreath inside for briefly, just so like like winter.
But
whatever.
I love what you did with the bells.
Yes.
You got it right before you were getting married.
Yes.
You were like, I'm thinking wedding bells.
Yeah.
So hers had bells on it. Which
Yeah,
was great.
and
I thought that was
actually,
clever.
I got a real wreath temporarily for the holiday season, and I took the bells off of my wreath from you, and I transported them over to that so that I could still continue.
You can continue
to use
to
it because
bells.
they're so beautiful.
Yeah.
And so then I'll just transfer it back when
And
I put
that
it back
rectangle
out.
wreath is really popular, so
That's a
people will
beautiful
come in.
one.
It's just different. You never see
I liked it.
that.
I don't know. I just responded to it.
Yeah,
I really
and so
was
we'll,
like, this
we'll
is
change out the bows, so somebody will get it
Yeah.
and then come back in when the season changes and
That's
change the
it.
bow. Yeah.
And let's talk too about Wickford Village because I know, obviously that's where you have your store there.
Yes.
What do you love about being a part of that whole village? Because we obviously love it there.
They are such a tight-knit community
Yeah.
there. Everybody lifts the other shops up. They're so happy to see new stores there. They want everybody to be successful. And it's just been so much better than I ever imagined. I mean, when you think of Wickford, obviously it's like a warm feeling that
It
comes
really
to
is.
mind.
We say it's like Gilmore Girls.
100%.
Yeah.
It's so much better than what people imagine to have a store in Wickford Village.
I just think it's a perfect fit for you.
It really
like
is. It's
I'm
perfect.
sure you would do well wherever you were, but for me seeing you there, I'm like perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
it
makes
makes sense.
perfect
I
sense.
had my eye on Wickford forever. I mean, that's
Yeah.
the area I grew up in. So
Yeah.
I have been going to Wickford since I was a kid. So
Yeah.
It's like coming home.
yeah, totally.
Yeah, that's great.
And you guys even do some eventing in your own store and
Yes.
then in collaboration with the village as well. So there are ways that people can even be interactive with you.
Yeah, so this Friday, I have my own Galentine's Day workshop in the store. You can buy tickets on the website. And then Wickford Village is doing a Galentine's Day sip and stroll on Friday, February 13th. And each shop is doing their own kind of like games and participating in their own way.
I love that sip and stroll.
Yeah.
That's
I
a great
just came
idea.
up with a random question for you that I didn't prep you on. Okay. So if let's say you weren't working, but you were going to go spend the day in Wickford Village, like how would you spend your day?
Oh, that's a good
Well,
one.
you got to get coffee. So Press is a fabulous place to get coffee. And they have a
I
beautiful...
haven't been yet.
Okay, so
hate to
I've been, but
say.
not on the patio. The
Okay.
patio is brand new and it overlooks the water and it's gorgeous.
It's gorgeous over there.
Of course, Shayna's. You're gonna get lunch at Shayna's. Buttercup's a really cute
I
place
love
to get a glass
Buttercup.
of wine.
we love it there.
There's so much. The chocolate shop,
Yep.
Beauty in the Bath, to go shopping for yourself, maybe
Yep.
for other people. There's just so many options.
There is. I
Yeah.
just love it down there.
I know.
I was like,
It is
wait,
a
we
great
have. I was
spot.
like, we have an expert here. Let me.
Like, let's
me
ask
see.
her. Let's ask her.
There's so much to do
Are you there every day?
every single
Yeah.
day. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
Open
great.
7
Yeah.
days,
What are your hours if people want to come stop
Yeah,
by?
10 to 5 every day.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So
Well,
good.
thank you so much for joining us today. Maybe
you.
bringing a little spring into our lives early because you can have it out on your door now, right?
Oh, absolutely. absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
people after Christmas, they take their Christmas wreath down and they feel like their front door is bare.
Yeah.
And they
It's
panic.
true.
Yeah.
You want to get rid of all your Christmas stuff because it overwhelms
Right.
you
Right.
by the time January hits, and then they're like, okay, well now I missed something on my front door.
Yeah.
So they
And
come in and they get
these
spring.
hold up.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They'll last for years.
Love it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us
Thank you
today.
for
We loved
having
having you.
me.
Make sure you stop by the store. It is gorgeous. I promise you will love it. Stick around. We have more coming up on Spotlight New England. Welcome back to Spotlight New England. So, you know what? We should have Jane, your sister, back on soon.
Okay.
Because this time of year, I feel like parents are like, what
Yes.
are we doing?
Yes. Even my son the other day was like, Jane does so much with her kids.
Oh, she
Did you
does-
do that much with us? I'm like,
she-
you don't remember, but not as much, but we
Did
did a
you?
lot.
I was going to say, did you? Not as much as
didn't.
Jane. Jane does so much. Like,
does a ton.
She's an overachiever, but
does
she
a ton.
always knows what's going on. But I was
Yeah.
excited because I discovered a place this weekend.
Yes, you
that
did.
I think families will love. So I was excited to tell people about it. I don't know if everyone knows about this. So obviously, you know Roger Williams Park.
Yes.
Okay. There is so much within the park. I'm
Which
not
I
talking
didn't know
about
about
the
any of
zoo.
this.
The zoo is there and wonderful, and actually they also this time of year offer half price admission during the
Oh, that's
winter
right.
time.
Yes.
But this is aside from that. So the park in general has so many different things. I think people think of it more in the nice weather, but they actually have a museum of natural history and planetarium in there. Have you been there before?
I've never been there, ever.
It's been there since the 1800s.
Well, yes.
I'm not
yes.
kidding.
feel like
I
I'm
hadn't
not
been
a
there
Rhode Island
either. But
no.
that's why I'm telling you, because it's been there since my voice is getting shrill.
getting
That's how I know.
excited.
It's been there since the 1800s. And so this past weekend for my Saturday segment, I went to check it out.
Yeah.
So they had
at that.
specifically a exhibit this weekend called Geology
Is this like,
Rocks.
those all crystals?
So they had put out a lot of different things that were different, yes, like minerals, crystals, rocks, etc., and specifically like some that were from this area. But they also have a planetarium there. It is the only public planetarium.
Okay.
So there's a couple of universities that have one.
Yeah,
but
I've only
it's
been to the one that Brown has.
Yes.
Yes.
So there's that one, but this is the only public one. And the rocks thing that they had last weekend when I was there, that was just for that weekend. They have tons of stuff
That is
there
so cool. Look at
all
that.
the time. The building was specifically built in the 1800s to be a museum. I thought it
Wow.
was something that had been converted over the years.
So where is it in relation to the zoo?
It is, I don't know. It's like further up.
Okay, so if you kept going
Like
up past
more of
the
a up,
zoo.
yeah, like
okay,
up
yep.
the hill
Yep.
kind of. It's kind of it's like more by Cranston.
Okay,
I came in the
yes.
back
I'm gonna
side,
check it out.
if that makes sense.
For sure.
Like I didn't come in the front.
No, you came in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So like never saw the swan boats.
Yes, I know exactly what you
okay.
mean. Okay.
So it was, I just thought it was, I don't want to say hidden gem. I don't know if it's hidden or not. I didn't
Yeah,
really
I mean, I've
know
never been to it.
how large it was, how much they have. And the woman I was speaking with, she was just a wealth of information about
Aw.
everything. But she said that only a small fraction of the archives of what they even have is out.
Oh,
so
wow.
in addition to, it wasn't just rocks, but like, that was just for that weekend, but they have a lot about like the animals that are here. They have
Okay.
old like taxidermy animals
Oh, wow.
that are like
That
you
are
know,
there.
Yeah, that are there. They have a working beehive to show you how those work. Like just all.
So it is a good spot for
it was.
families to go to.
I feel like it is a very cool
I have to tell my sister.
spot
See?
that people don't really know about, and the planetarium.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah, the planetarium. I love planetariums.
I do too.
But I've
I
never
think
been.
they're
I've never
so
been to
cool.
that. No.
So if you have kids, especially
Check it
with
out.
all of the weekends and winter breaks coming up, that is one place I would highly suggest
See?
checking out.
Learn something new.
Learn something new every day, right here in our backyard. Been here since the 1800s. Thank you for joining us today on Spotlight New England. We'll see you next time.